Oh, sweetheart. You're looking as great as ever. Hey, focus on me for a minute. Okay? I know you've been going through a lot, all right? And it's been hard for you. And we haven't had as much fun time to play with each other, right? But I've been busy. I've been having a lot of unfortunate circumstances going on. The location we're at, it's not suitable for your final transformation, shall we say it, without trying to be too dramatic. And truth be told, I still don't know where we're at as far as progress-wise. How easily you are converted, if you will. And yes, I'm wearing something more of a business casual, the t-shirt with the jacket over top. All right. I like to have a little bit of fun sometimes. Okay. Every person who has good control over their lives, casual Fridays in a normal office. All right. Well, you know what? We're going to have that right now. And who's going to say otherwise? I know. Something silly to be obsessive over. But you know what? Sometimes in the lab and in our very loving relationship, we can have some fun. But we're also going to have even more fun tonight when we go through our activities. So I have something for you that we'll call a conditioning test. Okay? So we've done trust, right? We saw where you were. And obviously, you know how I innately feel. But all those things aside, in the name of progress, I'm going to see how you are subconsciously, consciously, whatever. You can't hide from this, essentially. A conditioning test where your true intentions will show. Will you actually trust me in this scenario? Or will you jerk away out of a response of fear? Well, hopefully in your sake, you make the right choice. And I would hope that you would trust me. You really have no reason not to trust me. I haven't lied many times during our adventures together. I try to be as truthful as possible. Granted, it is an innate characteristic of mine to be too truthful to the point where it's almost dangerous to myself. I might not allow you to know all the details, right? Like, you can't ask me, where are we going for our next location? First of all, I don't think you really care, do you? I still have a feeling that you don't trust me. But I'm laying it out on the table. Now you can prove me wrong. And you can show me, hey, maybe this guy, he might be a little crazy, but aren't we all? And you're right. You're absolutely right. I can't tell you the answer to your questions or to your theories. I can't disprove them or agree with them. We'll have to find out for yourself. I could just be dramatic, right? It's all for the stage. It's all for me to enjoy watching later. Now that, I will say, is true. But it has nothing to do with what's going to happen right now. And I hope you're prepared. I hope you've brought your iron will this time. You've had many weeks, many days to really think while you're by yourself. I've been busy. And that's why I haven't really been here. Because the big picture involves a lot more than you. You're not everything. As much as I love you and appreciate you, I have to do a lot of work for this relationship. Not even a 50-50, not even close, okay? More like a 95-5, okay? But your 5 to my 95 equals 100%, and that's all I want. All I want is to see you as this beautiful being that I've designed within my will, right? And we've gone over this before. So I won't give you that whole monologue, but let me just show you what I'm talking about. Now, this isn't anything crazy, okay? This is your standard run-of-the-mill blade, all right? For, slicing things. But you wouldn't trust me to hurt you with this, would you? Not even if I got it dangerously close? Really close to your eyes? Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. What would I? No. No. I couldn't do that. But the reaction in your eyes shows fear. Why are you afraid? Tell me. Why are you afraid? What do you have to fear? This knife? This? I could have cut tomatoes up for my BLT this afternoon, I guess. What psycho eats a BLT in the morning? Oh, well, that's a good question. Yeah, I don't know if we know the answer to that. But what I want you to answer me now is, why are you afraid? What could you possibly be afraid of in this scenario? I sense no danger here. Okay. This blade is pretty clean. You know what's cool about it? It's serrated. Why does that matter? Serrated blades have teeth that, when sliced, leave a jagged wound, which has a greater opening than a clean wound. Why does that matter? It makes for slicing better tomatoes. Of course, what other reason would a serrated blade be as nice? Other than to make somebody uncomfortable? No. Did you also think I would be better at drawing blood? You think I'm a murderer. You don't trust me that this is only my kitchen blade and it has never left my knife block. You really think that? Wow. That's pretty low for you. Even for you, all the years we've been together. So you mean even if I held it like this, you think I couldn't chop a tomato? Or do you think I might? Really? Why do you look so scared? Oh, you know what? Here. I don't have it anymore. I put it down on the table, okay? There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing, okay? No blades in my hands, unless you count my fingernails, but I'm not Wolverine, okay? I'm not that cool, okay? I have my other ways. I thought this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. That you would see a simple blade, right? What if I would have got a butter knife? You want me to go get a butter knife for you and swing it around? Your reaction should just be like, yeah. But no, of course it wasn't. You spent so much time together. How do you still not trust me? The truth would come out. Conditioning always shows the truth. Like in the military, you're conditioned to handle the fatigue, to handle the sicknesses that come with extraneous physical exertion. In this case, the conditioning test will teach you to not be afraid of the blade, but to wield it and to use it as it is a tool of our own creation or destruction. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's a tool, nonetheless. And you will be a tool in making me one of my finest works. Into one of my finest works. I'm just so excited. But what we also need to do as well is an even simpler test, okay? Because you've been here for a while and you haven't gotten your haircut in a little bit. And to be honest, it's a little bit straggly, okay? It's longer than I would have liked. It's just not very well kept. You haven't really been taking good care of it. Oh, wait, that's been my job? Sorry. Yes, you've been down here for months, and it looks a little rough, you know. Only so much dry shampoo can do, because, let's be honest, you stink for the most part, okay? Currently, personality-wise, and, you know, literally, you stink. But we'll take care of that, okay? We'll take good care of you coming in the future. These conditions are not ideal. And this is not where our true exploration of self begins. The environment is not safe for us here. There are too many prying eyes and too many eavesdropping ears listening in. There have been numerous calls about people suspecting there's something going on in this household. You know, a man too loud in his own home. But who cares? Who is listening? Anybody out there listening to think I'm too loud in my own home? What am I supposed to do? Be quiet? The world will cut at you and will snip away your willpower unless you slice it back. One of my favorite things to do with scissors is people don't realize how versatile they are. Hey, it's like having two knives put together. Wow, who would have thought of that? So, but no, I wouldn't use a knife like that. Or scissors like that. No. Why would I do that? You think I would walk up to somebody like this? And just very carefully close down? No. No. You know what I did with these? I sliced vegetables, okay? Celery. Snip, boom. Okay? Hey. It's going to be really hard moving forward if you don't trust me. Because you're going to need to trust me. Listen, suspend your disbelief. I urge you. Or I will force you to suspend the disbelief because you have nothing else to believe in right now. Do you think there's a glimmer of hope that your world will return to normal? Do you think that there's another reality outside of this? One of freedoms, one of own personal joys, personal gains. No, everything is right here. And what you don't understand is that here we are together. So if I were to just take these sharpened blades, go right next to your ears, see? Nothing on them. Even the serrated parts. They don't have anything in them. These are tools, not weapons. Okay? And the sooner that we realize it, and we are safer about it, okay? The sooner we realize that we are smarter than these instruments, and that in retrospect, we're smarter for using them. And we are more powerful than ever before. So I ask you, once again, with this very, very innocent blade, are you afraid? No. Right? Think about it. How many times have I done that in this session together? 4, 5 times? 6 times? Right? And you flinched. A lot of them. But I just keep looking at this blade and just wondering what had gotten you so scared. There's nothing, and I mean nothing, scary about this. Now, if you picture a man of ill intent charging at you with that, of course, somebody who is dangerous. Imagine. I mean, I'm not dangerous. You don't think I'm dangerous, do you? You don't see me wielding this and think that I'm a dangerous person, do you? No? I'd sure hope not. Because I wouldn't draw a single drop of blood with that knife. No. The more... It really does hurt me to put you in these scenarios. It does. But there's been more before you. And there's the people who are going to come after you as well. Like I said to you before, don't think you're that special. Okay? There's a lot we're going to have to learn yet. It's funny to think that you're actually not the longest specimen I've had. The longest lasting, I'll say. But it's coming close. Many years in the making, that's for sure. My first was actually a childhood friend. Somebody I grew up with. And it was nowhere near to this extent. Don't get me wrong. I'm not that old. Right? No, not that old. Of course not. I mean, the soul is eternal, but the body grows weak and fragile. But anyway, a childhood friend. And we grew up together. And we were nice kids. Did things outside, played, had fun. The whole world was our oyster. And we couldn't be without each other. Until one day, they thought they could be without me. We moved up in the classes, and their behavior became very weird. They started turning against me. They would do it to people who would normally pick on me and spend time with them instead. And they just stare at me every time I would walk by instead of, talking to me. So I made them my friend. Right? You don't want to make enemies. Making enemies is a bad thing. And I want everybody to be my friend. And we were friends for so many years. Sometimes he thought he didn't want to be my friend. And I gave him a gentle reminder that we should always be friends. Well, let's just say you can only gently remind people so many times before they just can't take it anymore. I miss them a lot. I do. But now that I have you, someone who's special and beautiful, and I don't know, even through this whole conditioning, and, obviously the results are what I expected. The trust still isn't there. But one day we'll get it. One day I'll be comfortable with me running around like a maniac, right? Blade in the air, okay? You should be worried about my safety. What would happen to me if this were to slip? Do you even care? Yes. We're very selfish initially until we learn that we're only a cut from the cloth that we were born from and that we were brung up by, And, this will be a growing lesson for you as we go along and as we cut through all of our doubts. Get it? Cut. Bleed. It's a work in progress. It's me trying to have fun, remember? Instead of you being so scared all the time. So, we'll be doing more things here in the future, but just not much we can do right now. But I don't want you to forget our initial goals. You will be of our utmost fantastic design. And I think even before we have to relocate, that we can do some really fun things together. Nothing too crazy. Don't get too excited. I see you stirring. But relax. We're just going to try to see what we can do with what we're working with here. And there's a lot of potential. So, hopefully you're excited. I'll be back whenever I can be. No promises, okay? I'm not like a deadbeat dad, okay? I do come back from the grocery store, okay? And you know what? I bring us back some snacks, all right? I'm that kind of dad, okay? I'm just having a little bit of a hard time coming back from the store sometimes. That's all. Good night, my love. Sleep tight. And be ready. Because you don't want to let those serrated blades bite.